Hello everyone. In this video, I want to share with you how I earn 100,000 a week with farming and without begging the rich or realist for money. I make tips and tricks for farming games, so if you enjoy the genre, please subscribe to my channel. To start off, I want to talk about the easiest way to earn money, and that is farming honey. When you reach the intermediate level in ranching, you'll be able to buy the blueprint for beehive at Pastel's Ranch. You'll need 6 hardwood planks, 6 honeycomb, and 3 iron sheets. Honeycomb is from the bee nest. Took me a while to find the nest, but I was able to find some around this area of the map. Because I'm in autumn, so it's a bit difficult to see. Since the nest is yellow and also the leaves on the trees, I have to get closer to be able to see it. The bee nest may also include a bumblebee or a queen bee. Once you have crafted the beehive, it will produce honey when you put a bumblebee in it. To find more bumblebees, you can either go to the ranch to buy one for 400 coins, or you can go to Zephyrus' house. Stand there for a while and some bees will start to appear. You will also need a bug net. I don't recall the game telling us to craft it, but I did it anyway because I want to catch some bugs. You can go to Wikipedia app and unlock this skill so that running won't startle the bugs. It will save you so much time. For every bumblebee in the beehive, it will make 2 honey a day. You can put a maximum of 13 bumblebees in one beehive, and it will generate 26 honey daily, which is worth 910 coins. To make even more money from it, you can use the juicer to turn it into star cane by combining it with sugar cane. You can buy the blueprint for juicer and the recipe for star cane from Aurelius restaurant, and you can buy the sugarcane seeds from the seed shops, obviously. You can also add a queen bee in the beehive, leave it some anti-sloth and it will breed bumblebees. You can feed the queen bee royal jelly to reduce the breeding cooldown time by 1 day. The royal jelly can be made at the feeder using 1 egg and 5 honey. I don't think bee breeding is very profitable as you can only get 1 bumblebee after 1 or 2 days, and a bumblebee only sells for 100 coins. Plus, you can get a few bumblebees for free at Zephyrus' house. I think it's better to use that space for bumblebees so that they can make honey. Another way to earn money that you can do pretty early in this game is gem making. You can buy the blueprint for gem maker at the seed shops at junior level in farming. You can farm the material to craft in the moonlit forest. Iron can be found at the top right of Chrysolite hideout. Quartz is at Dreamfall Garden. Tin is at the bottom left of Gate of Life. And fluorite can be found anywhere in the forest. For me, I buy the materials from the general store. They'll start selling them when you unlock the supply boost feature in the Wikipedia application. Making gem will require a fruit and a sugar. You can obtain sugar with the separator using beetroot and sugar cane. Beetroot is ready after 1 day and can make 1 sugar, while sugar cane is ready after 3 days but can make 5 sugar. So you will get more sugar growing sugar cane. The gem maker will take some hours to process, so you need to make multiple of them if you grow many crops. You should buy the material from the general store to quickly craft them. Some crops cannot be made into jam, but you still need to grow them, such as pumpkin and winter melon. It may be because you need the giant crop to complete request, or you want fragments to craft the cute theme furniture. If so, you can turn the crops into pickles. You can buy the pickling jar blueprint when you reach intermediate level in farming. It requires the material from the general store and 5 salt. 5 salts can be made using salt bricks. You can find them near the boss room between Azure Bay and Chrysolite hideout. I think they all respawn every 1 or 2 days, and I can find around 30 to 40 salt bricks when they do. It's a bit difficult to farm salt bricks. However, when you reach expert level in crafting, you can use the mining robot and it will automatically mine the ore for you. I don't know where it mines, but it can find hundreds of salt bricks in a short period of time. You can then use the crops and salt bricks to turn it into pickle food. Pickling takes longer time to process than making jam, and the price is not much different, so I think it's better to make jam. Alright, now we'll explain how I make more than 100,000 a week. On autumn the 17th, I planted 81 cherry tomatoes and 36 sugar cane. I have expanded my land by one tile so that I can have enough space for them. You will unlock the buying land feature by completing missions in the Island Life application. You can only buy a maximum of 20 seeds per day for each crop, so I had been buying seeds daily and hoarding seeds from my last harvest. Cherry tomatoes grow on trellises, so I had to chop a lot of trees to make them. I also have been planting the mushrooms, which can be turned into soup. This soup has the buff that heightens my chance of dropping seeds or immortal seeds while harvesting, and this buff can stack up to 5 times. The mushrooms can be found around this area in the Moonless Forest. And the last thing that would help me reach 100,000 are my 2 beehives with full of bees. One thing that I don't like about crops that grow on trellises is that you have to water them one by one even after having upgraded the watering can. I should have been able to water them at a wider area. Hope they will change it in the future. What I didn't expect is that, oh my, there were so many cicadas. More than half of my tomatoes were affected by them, and they paused the crops from growing. I had to catch them one by one. Please do raise lots of chicken if you have a large farm, as they will help getting rid of pests. I don't know if this is a feature or an error from the game, so cherry tomatoes produce 3 times. You harvest and their vines are still there to produce the crop. But if you plant immortal cherry tomatoes and you harvest them, they will go back to the seed stage, taking longer time to reproduce. It's something to keep in mind when planting immortal crops. When my crops were ready, I process some sugarcane into sugar, then bring it along with cherry tomatoes to make jam. I have prepared 20 jam makers. Again, the materials can be bought from the general store, so making them didn't take long at all. I used some leftover sugarcane with some honey to make star cane light. 7 days have passed. It's now autumn day 24th. Gonna collect everything. I have collected 81,000 worth of cherry tomato jam, 16,000 from honey, 6,000 from star cane light, bringing a total of 104,000 coins. Do you remember the uninvited cicadas that gave me a really hard time? My chickens and I caught 155 of them in the past 7 days. I turned them into protein powder, which added extra 6,000. So now I earn 110k in total. After this video, I really don't recommend growing trellis crops because watering them is tiring. It was much more easier when I grew the watermelon in the summer. I would definitely collect more honeycombs to make more beehives. For me, it's the best way to earn money for the lazy like me. Hope you guys learned something through this video. If you like Starsand Island or farming games in general, please subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video.